I really love this park, and I'm going to miss it when I move soon. Living abroad is really, really amazing, and it has so many incredible, unique things that you're going to experience because you do it. But like with anything in our lives, usually it is a double-edged sword. It cuts both ways in some way or another. And one of the ways that you will be cut when you come to live in a foreign country is to miss the people that you really care about that you left behind. And that could be to miss someone or to miss some many, and it could be to miss them right away, or it could be to miss them after some extended period of time. But due to the inevitability of the human condition, it's very likely that you will miss them. And I think really important to dealing with this when it arises in us is that we should know there's nothing wrong with it. There's, at least in myself personally, a tendency to feel some kind of guilt or shame because it feels like a kind of weakness, or at least that's one voice in my head that speaks to me about it. And I know that that's not true if I'm in any way objective whatsoever. There's nothing wrong with the act of missing someone. It's more what we do. It's how we take that emotion and then we attempt to reconcile it. Now, if you try to repress it, obviously that's a negative thing. The question should be, if you feel this way, why do you feel that way? Because we may always miss someone, but perhaps we're missing them more for other reasons in our life. And then what are you going to do about it? And see which is a knee-jerk reaction and which is one that I think does credit not only to yourself, but to the people that you care about.
Why, I think, is a great place to start answering this question of why do you feel so alone? And that may seem like a funny question because you think it's self-evident, is it not, that I miss them because I miss them? But the truth of it is that, like whether when we are lonely or when we are angry at someone, the root cause of that may not be the thing that we've identified as the reason that we're feeling that way. So for example, and I think none more so than in this case, when you miss people, that's often a sign of simply being lonely. And unless you ask the question why, you may not see some other behavior in your life that is causing you to feel that way. Say for example, this could have been in your subconscious setting in, and without you realizing it, you spent no time going out, no time trying to create new bonds with people, and as opposed to focus or face that fact, you think of the people that you miss. Or, for example, nostalgia will make us miss people, and nostalgia is especially caused by stress in the immediate moment of our lives, because when we stress, we look back fondly on when times have been better. So once we're able to truly ask ourselves why it is that we feel that way, then we can go about the business of actually doing something about it. So what do we do? If when considering this problem, we come to the conclusion that really we simply miss the ones we love, well, I would then say consider change and how it affects everything, and that relationships are absolutely no different. Your relationships were going to change. By what degree is never certain, but they would. And I think understanding that and accepting it, we can see that first, for your relationship to have changed where you were at a distance is not unnatural. It was all a part of the human experience. And then you can come at it from a different angle. And that's that you have a heightened sense of missing them because you're away. So what that's taught you is who you really care about. And I think that that's incredibly useful. Next, because you're absent, do you love them any less? No. Seems like you love them more. And it's likely true that they feel the same way about you. Giving rise to the opportunity for us to love someone without requiring them to be physically present, teaching us to let go, to be less possessive, and to truly love, which is usually to set something free. Wise man once said that a truly privileged person is someone who makes the ones that they love feel loved, whether they are present or only in their mind. I deeply miss the people back home. My heart bleeds for them, but I feel all these other things, and it makes it feel okay. Now, it might be privileged, not all of us will have this, but having endured what I've described, if you do get the chance to go home to visit them again, by virtue of the fact that you have been away, you'll now have a reunion like you never thought imaginable. Because your heart has grown fonder with distance, now when you see them again, it's going to be one of the most incredible reunions you could possibly imagine, only made possible by first having gone through this very difficult experience. So if you guys like this video, I hope you do give it a thumbs up. Perhaps consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification so you know whenever a video is live on the channel. Other than that, if you would consider supporting me on Patreon, I would greatly appreciate it, very much. And now, the clock has run out. Thanks for watching.